so we left Yellowstone after 8 days and had an absolutely amazing time. Almost sometimes surreal. I mean, some of the parts of Yellowstone are just unexplainable. It's like, it's just eerie different. It's so cool. Prismatics and the thermals and the geysers and the hot springs. It's just really, really amazing. We did a lot of hiking, and surprisingly, in the 8 days we were there, it was really cold and it rained almost every day. So not the best of weather for us, but you know what? We made the best of it. We got out, we hiked. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get a kayak out, but we were out and about enough that we really got to experience most of the best stuff in Yellowstone. So anyway, we left there this morning, and now we are on the square in Jackson. We went past the Tetons. We're staying 2 nights at this little campground just north of here a little bit. And so right now we're just walking around the downtown Jackson Square, checking everything out. Looks like we might have a little Friday night concert over here tonight. They're setting up a tent, so maybe we'll check that out later. And the famous Jackson Antler arch over here. So yeah, this is a really neat little town. I could see living here, doing some skiing in the winter, and everything is looking awesome.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here.
I didn't know how much I missed fall.
Well, we biked down to the Jackson Hole ski area, Teton Village. Just so lucked out that there's a little music festival going on. So we are really happy, aren't we?
Yes. So many serendipitous things are happening, just like Sturgis when we were in South Dakota.
Yeah.
This is cool. Okay, so we are 2 lucky ducks once again because of the free festival on September 14th. They are giving gondola rides that are normally $45 a person, but not today, they're free. So we're at the top of Jackson Hole, Wyoming, the ski hills, with the towering pine trees. I once thought the smell of pines are amazing. Now they look like little tiny Christmas trees. And below us, these huge boulders are covered in snow, Greg says, in the winter time for skiing. I just can hardly believe that. Thank you, God, we're so lucky.
You can see Teton Village about 3,000 or 4,000 feet below us down there. We have made it down to the Grand Tetons, which are right in front of our windshield, and man, are they enormous. Very, very pretty. Very cool. Snow-capped mountains in mid-September. Vicky's got a moose in her backyard here. Okay, so I am a prisoner in my camper because the moose are coming right through my yard. No, this is not a safari. These are actually wild moose coming right through our campground. Well, we are pulling into Moab here. This is just the outskirts of town. And wow, these rocks and the color formations are just incredible. This is the entrance to Roche'z National Park. We stopped our first little stop here in the park. This is called Skyline Arch, and it's just a short little hike back in here. I'll turn around so you can see it, and it's right here. So the sign out front said that in 1940 a big boulder that was inside of the arch fell out and roughly doubled its size. Yeah.
And it clears up your sinuses. It's pretty nice for flu season to prepare yourself for that.
Wow.
I used it myself and I was like, oh, this is nice.
What was it called?
This is the ephedrine plant, or more commonly known as the Mormon tea. Because in the Mormons, when they moved into the area, if I recall correctly about their religion, is they can't have coffee or artificial caffeine. But this plant produces its own natural caffeine, and they thought, like, this is okay, acceptable.
So, of course, Rain Man, it's starting to rain. I know. I don't know. I should actually hire myself out to desert areas that need rain around the world, because it seems like wherever I am, I draw the rain somehow. It's beautiful, 85 degrees down in Moab, crystal clear skies, and of course we come up here and it starts to rain. Anyway, I made it around to the underside of the arch. You can kind of see up here behind me. Hard to get the scale of the size of this. It's enormous. It's just unbelievable. This, like Yellowstone, it just defies explanation. You kind of stare at it and I don't know, your mind has a difficult time comprehending how it got here, how it was formed, how it's made, and how long it's been here. It's just it's just unreal. On this hike we're doing the Delicate Arch, which is 3 miles round trip, and it's deceiving because down in the parking lot it felt kind of cool actually. There was a breeze and you could easily be led to think that you don't need water or you know it's not hot, but once you get back up in here we have to climb this sheer rock face, but it does get extremely hot, and I could see that you'd be out of breath and you know, really thirsty and dehydrated quickly if you didn't have water. So if you're planning on doing this, remember to bring a lot of water, sunscreen, and because there's no shade, there's no trees. You can see behind me we have to go all the way to the top here and then over that ridge. Yeah, Vicky said make sure you bring a hat. The views are amazing up here, and we both have on our good hiking gear, boots, shoes. Vicky's got those kind of sandal-like, and I got on my new Papa got new shoes. Well, we made it up that first rock face. Vicky's coming up behind me here. It's really, really windy. Actually kind of helped push us up that little rock ledge there. And now we're going over the top this way. So Vicky's back up at the top. I gotta be honest, I'm afraid of heights pretty badly, and that was too scary for me. I had to stop, turn around, and come back down. She's still up there. I give her a lot of credit, but it's super windy today, and I just felt like I was going to be blown right off. People amaze me because they walk literally right on this edge, and it's a sheer drop off. I mean, one wrong slip, and yeah, you're gone. Anyway, I'm heading back down, but you can see behind me just the complexity of the rock formations and just how amazing it is. Here's Vicky coming down. Wave hi, honey. So, in the 1800s, this gentleman was injured in the Civil War, and he was sick of all the turmoil that was happening on the east coast of the United States. So he came here and declared about 100 acres his. This cabin is one of two cabins. The first cabin that he built and lived in was right here, this little hut. His daughter eventually came out here from the east coast, and she demanded him to build something bigger with a wood floor, and that is this hut here. And maybe I can take you around here and show you in the window. But so yeah, this is built in the late 1800s. You probably can't see in there with no light. But just imagine the construction that this had to, I mean, to withstand over 20 years, I guess? 120 years, maybe 140 years. And you can still see the corral that he had built for his cattle. Right here. And the reason that he chose this site, which I can't imagine because it was so remote, I don't even know how he would have been able to get back in here, but because right behind his little hut here is a river, believe it or not. The only water source, I think, within the park. and so he could water his livestock, and obviously he could drink and grow all of his food here. Pretty interesting. Can't imagine what that was like. Just think of that. Before cars, before electricity, before you know, anything. Just complete isolation. Amazing. In town this morning and learned from the barber that this bike trail here called Slickrock is like world famous, like one of the top 10 in the world bike trails, 12 miles long. And so we're here now. We're gonna unload the bikes and we're gonna give this thing give it a ride. Should be some really cool footage.
Supposed to be extremely difficult.
Yeah, it's
so
extremely
we'll
difficult.
see how long Blondie here lasts.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw these in the back, honey. Definitely for advanced extreme cyclists, which we are not, and even tougher on electric bikes, they say. So it would go straight up these mountains and then straight down and straight up again. So I turned around and went back once I saw these signs. Also, beware, look out for emergency vehicles responding. Make sure you have double the water. It's hotter here in the desert, and the crazy winds when you're going against them are friendly, temperature friendly, making it cooler, but it's still hot, and you're fighting the wind. And we decided to be smart, even though we're wearing helmets, and turn back. Greg went a little longer than me and tried a second trail, but I think I'm going to go back and check out some bike trails. So another warning was to make sure to let someone know of your itinerary, and that you also should register so they could find you if you didn't come out, because they say a lot of people get lost in there and some unfortunately don't make it out. I'm out. This is the Colorado River. Flows I think just over 1,400 miles. Colorado down into California. bike trail doesn't go very far, about 2.5 miles up the Colorado River, but the scenery is spectacular. Scenery is spectacular all over Moab. Moab to me is like a big adult playground. There's, you know, off-roading Jeeps and ATVs in the backcountry on these rocks, and there's so much to explore and so much to do, and everybody's out either biking or hiking or off-roading. Really amazing. I got some bugs in my mouth.
bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me.